Utah's Department of Public Health has published a massive new survey about all of our children.
It shows us what they're doing with their time, what they're feeling, anything they may be using, and how they feel about the world around them. Fox 13's Ben Winslow has the story you'll only see right here.
This is fascinating data published from an anonymous survey of kids in 6th, 8th, 10th, and 12th grades. It's a look inside the mind of the Utah teenager.
This year we surveyed over 90,000 students.
The Student Health and Risk Prevention Survey is conducted every other year. Students across Utah weigh in anonymously about their lives.
It gives us a point as a parent, as a teacher, as professionals to say, okay, what am I going to do in my household? What am I going to do in my community?
When it comes to our children, here's some of the big takeaways. Alcohol use is declining from almost 12% of teens reporting drinking in 2003 to 5.5% now.
Cigarette use is down, prescription drug use is down.
But vaping is way up. The survey also indicates more students are now aware of the harms of it. Marijuana use is also up slightly.
This is the first year in which alcohol is the third highest used substance.
When it comes to suicide,
6th grade, suicide ideation in terms of considering suicide in the past year, suicide planning, have you made a suicide plan in the past year, and then suicide attempts. So that's one or more attempts in the past year. Those are all on the rise.
But in 10th grade, it starts to level off. This is the first year the survey has asked about sexual orientation and gender identity.
Heterosexual students are least likely to be considering suicide or depressed in the past 2 weeks.
But there are some more positive trends. More students report talking to adults about big issues. Reports of bullying have decreased, but kids are spending more time on their phones. Look at this. The number of kids using phones or electronic devices for non-school reasons. Half of 6th graders report spending at least 2 hours a day, 75% of high school seniors.
They're not necessarily spending it on a playground when they're in 10th grade. They're spending it on their phones or on a tablet or on social media.
The data informs policy from the classroom to Capitol Hill.
But what I see this data being used for is more policy and more community level stuff that they could go around and change that community norm in the conversation.
Now, there is so much more that we just couldn't get into, but we published the entire SHARP survey online for you to read. Check it out at fox13now.com. On the Hill, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.